Here's something I keep coming back to, and honestly, the more I think about it, the more it disturbs me. In 2012, a major American retailer decided to just stop lying. No more fake markups, no more was $80, now $24.99 theater. They looked at their customers and said, "We are going to give you the real price," and meant it. Revenue collapsed 20% in 60 days. They eventually lost almost $1 billion in a single year, not because they made a bad product, not because a competitor undercut them, because they told the truth. I want to decode this properly because what happened at JCPenney, it's a story about what customers actually want. And the answer, when I first really understood it, genuinely unsettled me. This is exactly the kind of story I started this channel to decode. I put out one every week. Subscribe if that's your thing. Now let's get into what actually happened. The man behind this was Ron Johnson. He'd come from Apple, built the Apple Store from scratch. At Apple, pricing was almost aggressive in its honesty. $9.99 meant $9.99. No coupon, no limited time. Just here's what it costs. So Johnson looked at JCPenney, running over 590 fake sales a year. I had to double check that number, and I thought, I can fix this. I'll just give people real prices. He called it fair and square, which in isolation sounds almost noble. Within 60 days, the ink was barely dry on the press releases. Sales had dropped 20%. The company swung from a $64 million profit to a $163 million loss. They didn't lose customers by deceiving them. They lost them by stopping. Here's the thing that took me a while to actually sit with. JCPenney's customers weren't angry because prices were unfair. They were angry because the game was gone. There's a concept in behavioral economics called consumer surplus. The gap between what you paid and what you believe the thing is worth. For a certain kind of shopper, the gap isn't just a number, it's an identity. They are not shopping for a blouse, they are shopping for the story they'll tell at dinner. I got this for $24. It was originally $80. That story right there, that feeling of having beaten the system, is the actual product. When Johnson made the price $24 on the tag with no drama around it, the story disappeared. And without the story, there was no reason to come back. 3 places this is running right now in 2026. Fast fashion, 70% off, today only. Online retailers with countdown timers that reset every day on the same limited deal. Supermarket shelf labels the suspiciously precise original prices nobody ever paid. All theater, all deliberately constructed, all working. The sale was never the discount. The sale was the emotion of winning it. The 4-step playbook written as plainly as I can. 1. Inflate the original price to create an anchor that never existed. 2. Slash it dramatically so the gap feels like a personal win. 3. Layer in urgency so hesitation feels like a loss. 4. Let the customers believe they outsmarted you. That's it. That's the whole game. And it's run uninterrupted across retail for over a century. Next time I feel the quiet rush of finding a deal, I try to ask myself, was there ever a real price to begin with? Sometimes the answer is no, and sometimes that answer is worth more than the discount I thought I won. What's the fake sale you have caught yourself celebrating, even when some part of you already knew? Drop it below. I'm collecting this for a follow-up on the neuroscience behind deal hunting. See you in the next decode.